I want to hold you and fall asleep. What really lies behind this chilling message when police unveiled private Kakao talk? Conversations between top star Kim Soo-hyun and then 16-year-old actress Kim Se-ron. The entertainment world was thrown into chaos. Whispers turned into headlines and fans were left speechless. What was hidden behind the polished image of Korea's beloved actor? What truly happened in those late-night chats? Join Red Carpet Revealed as we dive deep into this unfolding scandal. The truth may be more shocking than you think. It began with a single sentence, quiet, haunting, and almost tender. I want to hold you and fall asleep. But when that sentence came from a 27-year-old rising star to a 16-year-old teenage actress, its meaning shifted. Innocence turned into ambiguity, affection blurred into discomfort. And what once lay buried deep inside a deleted chat log is now the epicenter of the most chilling scandal K Entertainment has seen in years. How it was discovered, a digital time capsule no one was meant to open. The revelation didn't come from a whistleblower, it didn't come from a hacked phone, it came from something far more unexpected, a dusty hard drive tucked away in a locked storage room of a defunct entertainment agency now under liquidation. Authorities weren't even looking for anything related to Kim Soo-hyun when they began combing through terabytes of forgotten digital archives. The case was centered around tax evasion and contractual manipulation involving several mid-tier agencies, but among the financial records, court documents, and internal emails, forensic analysts stumbled upon a set of encrypted backup files labeled Kakao logs. Zip. At first it was dismissed, old chats long since abandoned, but a curious officer trained in digital recovery flagged one folder containing logs tied to verified phone numbers, among them Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Se-ron. It was only when they decrypted the archive that they saw it time-stamped, authenticated, undeniable. The message that changed everything. December 12, 2015, 01:38 a.m. Kim Soo-hyun. Are you still awake? I can't sleep. 1:42 a.m. Kim Soo-hyun. I just want to hold you and fall asleep. That was it. No emojis, no explanation, just a line that hung in the air, loaded with implication. To the outside world, Kim Soo-hyun was at the peak of his career, glamorous red carpet appearances, award-winning performances, and a carefully curated image of quiet strength and gentle charisma. Behind the scenes, however, this message hinted at a personal relationship that should never have happened, at least not with someone who was a high school student at the time. Investigators quickly began cross-referencing the metadata, confirming device IDs, IP addresses, and message routes. Everything checked out. The chat was real. The sender, unquestionably Kim Soo-hyun. More than just a single line. What started with one sentence soon unraveled into a thread of conversations stretching over several weeks. Many were mundane, casual hellos, jokes, references to shared film sets, but peppered between the lines were emotional undercurrents that hinted at a closeness beyond a typical senior-junior relationship. You're the only one who gets me. Don't tell anyone I called you this late. When I see you smile, I forget how old we are. These weren't just casual check-ins from an older colleague. They were coded in intimacy, secrecy, and a calculated awareness of boundaries being crossed. The internal debates suppress or disclose. For nearly 2 months, investigators grappled with the magnitude of what they'd found. Should this be made public? Was it a matter of morality or legality? Was it grooming manipulation or just misinterpreted affection? What finally tipped the scale was the timing of the messages and the age gap. Kim Se-ron was still a minor under Korean law, regardless of intention or physical contact. The power dynamic between a teen actress and an adult superstar posed ethical red flags. And when the case supervisor saw the now infamous line, "I want to hold you and fall asleep," he reportedly said only 3 words: "This goes public." The bomb drops on April 28, 2025 at precisely 11 Hazari AM KST. The Seoul Cybercrime Division held an unscheduled press conference. The room buzzed with confusion. No one expected major news that day, but within minutes, jaws dropped. A spokesperson took the podium and read aloud the recovered message, citing its origin, timestamp, and authentication. Reporters stared in disbelief. As news of the message broke across the country, the public's reaction was swift, visceral, and unforgiving. The man once hailed as Korea's national heartthrob was now being dragged through the mud of scandal. His once immaculate reputation shattered like glass beneath a sledgehammer. Within 24 hours, Kim Soo-hyun's name topped every search engine in Korea. A wave of angry netizens flooded social media with hashtags like #predator in disguise and protect Kim Se-ron. Thousands of fans burned merchandise, ripped posters, and posted videos of them deleting his dramas from streaming playlists. A high school in Busan cancelled its scheduled Drama Day screening of it's okay to not be okay due to moral concerns. It wasn't just disappointment, it was betrayal. A career in collapse, endorsements, projects, and silence. By the end of the second day, 5 major commercial brands, including a luxury skincare line and a global sportswear campaign, pulled the plug on Kim Soo-hyun, his agency Gold Medalist Entertainment, attempted damage control, but their statement only fueled the fire. Official statement abridged. The messages were sent during a difficult emotional period. Mr. Kim maintains that there was no inappropriate intent or physical relationship. We urge the public to respect privacy and refrain from spreading speculation. But it was too late. His upcoming Netflix series, touted as one of the biggest K-drama productions of 2025, was immediately placed on indefinite suspension. Streaming platforms quietly began reviewing contractual exit clauses, and producers who once fought to cast him were now scrambling to erase his name from their budgets. A source from one major broadcasting station told Red Carpet revealed, "It's a domino effect. No one wants to be the last brand still standing with a star wrapped in scandal involving a minor." The public's verdict: no excuse, no redemption. What truly inflamed the public was not just the message itself, but the calculated intimacy of it. Psychologists and commentators weighed in across TV panels and news articles. "This isn't a case of a simple crush or misread intention," said Dr. Kim Hae-jin, a renowned psychologist. "It's about power. It's about access. It's about grooming emotional manipulation disguised as tenderness." Even longtime fans, many of whom defended him in previous rumors, found themselves turning away. "I can't unsee that message," one former fan tweeted. "That's not just a text, that's a man planting seeds, and she was just 16. The forgotten voice, Kim Se-ron's silent struggle. Amidst the media frenzy, one name was curiously quiet: Kim Se-ron. Now 24, the former child actress had weathered her own storms, including a DUI scandal in 2022 that left her public image battered. But this was something deeper, something from a time when she was vulnerable, underage, and still navigating the industry's dangerous maze of power dynamics. Sources close to her describe her as shocked, distraught, and reeling. "She didn't know this would ever come out," said one anonymous acquaintance. "She's not trying to destroy anyone, but imagine waking up and the entire nation is dissecting a chapter of your teenage life. You tried to forget." Some began demanding the media shift focus to the real issue, not Kim Soo-hyun's downfall, but Kim Se-ron's survival. Legal grey zones: what happens next legally? There may be no grounds for criminal charges unless more messages surface showing coercion or evidence of physical misconduct. But ethically, that line was crossed a long time ago. The Korean Entertainment Ethics Board is said to be reviewing the case to determine if Kim Soo-hyun should be blacklisted temporarily from television and film production. Human rights advocacy groups are now calling for stronger industry safeguards to protect minors in entertainment, including monitored communications and limitations on private messaging between adult actors and underage co-stars. Redemption or ruin? As of this writing, Kim Soo-hyun has gone completely silent. No press conference, no apology, no tears on national television. The standard route of scandal survival in Korea. Insiders say he is holed up in his Seoul penthouse, refusing calls even from senior agency executives. Others say he is preparing a statement that could either save or bury him. But one thing is certain: the words "I want to hold you" and "fall asleep" will never be heard the same way again. Not by fans, not by the public, and not by Kim Soo-hyun himself.